My parents were scientists. They taught me biology is war. To win, a species must endure, reproduce, survive.
I'm Ibrahim Savani, Colonial Marines Intelligence, Surveillance, and Recon Service. Yes, most Marines call us commissars. No, we're not as bad as you've heard. Katanga has over 80 years of history, but the interesting bit is from 25 years ago. Its owner, Seegson Company, reported the refinery was destroyed. Yet, here it flowed. We compiled information on threats to the United Americas and provided to the Corps to act on. Our sources range from battlefield recon to cyber warfare. Some believe we have spies everywhere. That was a joke. we joke sometimes. In the previous century, they were a moderately large interstellar corporation. They even had aspirations of competing with Weyland-Yutani. Seegson invested heavily in space facilities. In 2174, they purchased Katanga from its previous owner. The refinery was refit and towed to the mid-rim. Katanga was originally constructed 82 years ago by Kinshasa Entreprise d'État Minière, the state mining enterprise of the DR Congo. In 2170, Guinea-Etat fell under sanction by the United Americas Assembly. They had sold resources to the revolutionary forces during the Haiti's revolts. To survive the financial losses, they auctioned off their space assets. That's when Seegson purchased Katanga. Unclear. The ICC logged that Seegson scuttled it due to irreparable damage. There are no details on the cause or scope of that damage. You'd expect insurers to demand that. I'm following up with Central. If we learn something you need to know, you'll be informed. I spent 2 years in an office at Fort Primicon Wood.
Regulation cornbread contains 16 vitamins and minerals. Let's rack up the highest kill count in this whole damn battalion. We got a ping on Dr. Honecker's personal data transmitter. He's not far in. First, we need a deck plan. Pull one off a terminal and chlorine extraction. Huh. Just emergency lights. And maybe we can kick the backup power after we grab Honecker. Patch into the console. I'll pull it down over wireless. Give me a second. We got a deck plan. Backup generator is beyond Honecker's ping. We can kick it after we grab him. Our men should be in the junction ahead. Honecker, this is the Colonial Marines. You hearing me? Acid damage. Not encouraging. Continue your sweep. right here.
High speed incoming. Get hot. Short bursts. Way more than I expected. Signal from behind. Too many.
Door's welded shut. Sloppy work. Guess Honecker went this way.
Unidentified Zeno!
Hey, I got an idea how to track down Honecker. Searching this whole barge would take too long.
Hold that thought. Incoming. I don't recognize this morph.
Look at this.
The exits are sealed. By Honecker, probably. Release the locks. Anyway, I'm thinking we can track the doctor using station logs.
Grabbing ammo.
There's a data line just starboard of your position. Transfer rolling. It's a damn big file. Hold the room. I'll get Esther analyzing that. She's our battalion synthetic. Keep moving aft.
Catching up.
run into an acid-spitting morph. Where did these come from? While Lester reviews the data, you can get the power-up. Dynamo room's just ahead. This thing's been idle a long while. It's gonna take time to... Movement! Just finished injecting lubricant. H2 feeds just connected. Getting there.
Grabbing ammo.
Coming in. Just about to give power to the mains.
Clear!
I'll kick those bastards.
Nice. We'll send a follow-up engineering team to get that mess fixed proper. Keep heading aft toward the core.
Pardon me. I have completed my analysis. 2 weeks ago, the mainframe on Deck 41 was accessed, I believe by Dr. Honecker.
Marines, head to the core lift. Big freight elevator goes all the way up the main tower.
Get eyes on this.
We don't find this guy alive, I'm gonna kill him. That's the lift. Entrance on the far side. Honecker, you out there? Staff Sergeant Herrera, Colonial Marines.
Yes. Yes, thank you.
He's in a radio dead zone. Patch into the local network. Honecker, you read?
Yeah, lot clear. Listen, to get to me, you'll have to go through the network security room. I locked down the deck. The override's in network security up in the ops center. Hey, is everything okay? I heard gunfire.
Wasn't nothing we can't handle, Doc. Just stay frosty.
Grabbing ammo.
Grabbing ammo.
Patching up!
Sentry deployed.
Aid kit's here.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. I can see you on my monitors now. Wait! Xenomorphs! Heading to you!
Let us handle it. Left side, watch the ceiling. On your right flank.
Grabbing ammo.
Wow. Our fights in Paula Station went very differently. Sorry. Have you seen a gray striped xenomorph?
Striped? No.
Patching up.
Have you been down to the surface? Did you make any arrests?
Kit's here.
We can't discuss operations on an open channel, Doc.
Right. Yeah, of course.
Sentry deployed. Working Joes. Ain't those Seegson robots?
Yeah, well, Seegson used to own Katanga.
Sentry deployed.
have to cut the refrigerant to reach me. I,
Listen.
broke the valve. Tossed the wheel in a side room. Sorry. Yeah, that's it. Just attach it to the valve in the pump room.
Patching up!
All right. Rearming.
Aha, 8 kids here. Grabbing ammo.
Behind you!
It's already getting red hot in there. Move fast, Fire.
Great. Now your lungs won't freeze on the way in. In theory.
Lines out.
Lines out. Lines out.
Rearming.
Lines out.
The room I'm in,
Patching up.
it's only supposed to be opened by company admins. Unlocking takes a couple minutes. Xenos will be drawn by the noise. Vibration, whatever, they'll come. Be ready.
Sentry deployed.
Grenade kit.
So, you have a ship or something? I mean, I don't have a spacesuit.
Doc, take a sidearm. Fire team, Honecker don't
the
have
door.
any VA suit. Get him to our dropship in one piece. Core shaft's flooded. Must be those leaks we saw topside.
Here they come. Glad you gave me that pistol.
Down 8 flights. Subdeck 3A.
Hear that?
Hijo de puta, the core leaks flooded the whole bottom of the station. Right. Bypass Mark 1, Mod 1, head through, waste processing.
gutter. I don't care what it smells like. Jump in. Little friends coming up the pipe.
I'll get those bastards for this.
Clear.
Shore party, this is your pickup. Beginning dropship approach to the refinery. No response from Hangar Delta's ALS. Diverting to Epsilon.
Rearming.
Another swarm rolling on your position.
Is that all of them?
That a company ship? What the fuck happened here?
Weyland-Yutani synths brought local animals up to, replenish the hive. Then eggs back down for experiments.
They bred Xenos? Come mierdas.
Alright, here we go. It's a big room. This'll take time.
Right on time. Here come the bugs.
Keep them off us, or fly yourself home.
Swarm, to the right.
for the bay doors. Controls are below the landing deck. Still seeing no pressure on the bay doors. Anyone going to hit the hydraulics? Shore party, deactivate the safety interlocks on the bay doors. Controls are in the landing signal officer station, left side. Safety interlocks disengaged, resuming cycle.
Fire team, more Xenos inbound. They don't want us leaving. Sending in the big crunchy ones.
Shore party, I need you up in prime flight. Get to the air boss's console and clear for final depressurization. Can you get to prime flight or are we stuck here? Staff Sergeant, we're good to go.
Mount up, fire team, double time.
Relax and enjoy the ride home. Just keep the civvy from throwing up during my burn. Put a bag over his head or something.
I was asked to summarize Dr. Honecker's debriefing for you. He was assigned to Pala Station, a Weyland-Yutani research facility on the surface of LV-895. The Pala Station team developed weapons from xenomorph... I was asked to summarize Dr. Honecker. The Pala Station team... Unclear. Small amounts were delivered by the company. The science team was not told its origin. They referred to it as pathogen. As biogenetics is not Dr. Honecker's specialty, he is unable to provide details. No, his degree is in archaeology. He claims he was lured here by the promise of access to alien artifacts. Pardon. To be clear, I refer to artifacts from a technologically advanced alien civilization, not xenomorphs. Given that humanity has never recorded conclusive evidence of a tool using alien civilization, Dr. Honecker was understandably intrigued. Dr. Honecker and some of his colleagues fled Pala Station in a shuttle. It launched on a pre-programmed course to Katanga. Unfortunately, 2 creatures stowed aboard. They killed one and you met the other, the mutated xenomorph he called Monica. The doctor was the only survivor. There was discord between the science team and Weyland-Yutani's manager, Administrator Bellows. In particular, Mr. Bellows ordered the use of human convicts to breed xenomorphs. Dr. Honecker doubtless hoped we had taken his employers into custody to face charges. You are familiar with the xenomorph reproductive process? It was gestated within a woman named Monica. Dr. Honecker seems unwilling to discuss it further. Should you wish to review, I will keep the information on file for you.
Hey, best advice I got? Get yourself a good...
I don't much like what Honecker had to say. Weyland-Yutani ran Katanga like a fucking ant farm. Used androids to bring up animals from the moon, left them on the refinery for the Xenos, took the eggs back down to the lab. There's a queen aboard Katanga, laying those eggs. SOP says, poof, that's when you pull out and file an insurance claim. We'll deal with Katanga later. Right now, Colonelship wants us down on LV-895. Honecker says some Weyland-Yutani people disappeared before his group evac. Could be there's other survivors looking for rescue. You could get the details on the surface conditions from Lieutenant Ko. She'll be flying you and Herrera down.
Look at this! Does this look right to you? Oh, I have to do everything myself!
Our landing zone's a couple of clicks from Pala Station, at the base of the mountains to the west. You won't need any special gear. The environment is close enough to Earth. There's native life, but you probably won't have to worry about it. The Xenos that Honecker's idiot employers let loose are a bigger threat. Well, around Pala Station, the air's about Earth normal. Pressure 908 millibars. Little heavier on CO2. No obvious toxins or allergens. Take the regulation antihistamines anyway. If you end up climbing a mountain, you'll have a problem. Low-lying areas have thick atmo, but it attenuates fast. A lot like Mars after we terraformed it. Gravity is 0.92. That's odd. But it means you won't notice any difference from shipboard artificial grav. The diameter of LV-895 is just under 9,000 clicks, 3/4 the size of Earth. That's small, but 92% Earth's gravity doesn't add up. To get that gravity, the moon would need to be made of something stupid, like 50% iron or full of radioactives. Something real dense, you know? But our readings say conventional rock mix. Pala's the source of the Xeno outbreak. I had enough bugs on my canopy in Katanga's hangar, thanks. Can't believe Herrera wouldn't let me fire missiles. You'd have ducked. Esther says there's tunnels in the mountains near our LZ. Colonel Ship thinks it's the direction any survivors would run, and the commissars agree with her. Only rumors leaking out of Honecker's debrief. Something about big color-changing cats. According to Weyland-Yutani's officially filed survey data, we're orbiting a barren rock. No life, prebiotic atmo. You can look out a porthole and see that's wrong. Or a lie. A shirt-sleeves habitable world, no terraforming needed, low investment, high return. Maybe they didn't declare it to avoid competition. Just remember, Weyland managers tend to store profit margins and promotion tracks where their brains should be. If you run into any, watch your back.
I'm sure it's a glorious day in the Corps somewhere. Check your fire. Remember, we're looking for friendlies. This isn't a cave. It's block construction. A company bunker, maybe.
Xenos!
Spread this far from Pala Station, they'll be after any survivors. Get moving. Lot of Wayland shit down here. Some kind of auxiliary base? Fallback position? Weird door. A live terminal. See if you can pull any logs. Workplace incident files. Missing crew, casualties. Sounds like they got drones loose in here.
You're trespassing on Wayland-Yutani property.
This is the Colonial Marines. You from Pala Station?
Yes, I'm Security Chief Cynthia Rodriguez. You're in danger here, Marines.
Catching up. Yeah, no kidding. We're here to rescue you. Ambush. Authority of the Colonial Protection Act. We'll be evacuating survivors. Movement!
Our position is secure. I recommend you withdraw.
Understood, ma'am. Be ready to receive us. get you out safe.
Marines, I have to remind you, this facility is private property.
Not here to steal your office staplers, Rodriguez.
Give me time to contact the Home Office for guidance.
What the hell's her problem? Does she even want to be rescued? Across the canyon. What the hell is that? With the overhang, we couldn't see this on approach. This is the last of them. Lights out! Rodriguez, we got a Wayland ship, busted synths, and empty eggs here.
In the absence of new orders, the synthetics from Paula kept repeating their last orders. Collect local life, deliver to Katanga, return with eggs. I told you it's dangerous here.
Huddle up, fire team. Rodriguez is ahead. Let's figure out what we're getting into.
Now that we've run into Weyland-Yutani, not just a lone survivor, I gotta give you the talk. After the Frontier War in '84, everyone wised up on how the megacorps ran things out here. Weyland-Yutani was the big instigator. Illegal experiments, colony sabotage for insurance payouts. The company looks out for itself. Its money, its secrets, its execs. If we're keeping those safe, Weyland loves the Corps. If they think we're working against them, they'll fuck us over and smile when they do it. Remember that. Come on, you kidding? That was only... fuck. Yeah, a boot like you would have been a baby. Goddamn, you're making me feel old. Weyland-Yutani tried to provoke a shooting war between the United Americas and the Proggies, the Union of Progressive Peoples. Attacked each side, tried to frame the other. The company had collaborators in our own brass, staff officers on the take, Joint Chiefs boosting their stock portfolios. Oh, we had to clean house after the war. Last century, sure. Before the Frontier War. When I joined up, we was practically mercenaries hired out by the UA Assembly. Some factory goes on strike, execs ask politicians to send in the Corps, bust up some heads. Lab experiment gets loose, send in the Corps to sweep up. Pour that boss out enough, you get a serious fucking morale problem. Too big to jail. Can't sanction them without pissing off all of Europe and Outer Soul. In the three-world empire, Weyland-Yutani's like a third of the economy. They run a bunch of government services. Tu sabe, privatization. Even provide military contractors to shore up the regular military. Every couple years, some of the execs and middle managers fuck up too big for the company to gloss over, or Parliament to ignore. They get tossed out on their ass. That's all the justice you can expect. The Colonial Protection Act says Marines got authority out here. We can do whatever's necessary to protect civilians, from Xenos or from corporations. If Wayland's fucking around, we can drop the hammer on them. They give us lip, we can make it fat. Uncle Sam and Doña Juanita got our backs. All megacorps can get fucked with the same.
Weeds or something.
Rodriguez, there's no way Weyland-Yutani built all this. So who did?
It's company property. Beyond that, my non-disclosure agreement applies. I strongly recommend you withdraw.
Overgrown for a corporate lab. Esther, you seeing this?
Yes. Curious.
Signals forward, more bugs! Board's clear. Keep moving. Movement. Watch topside. private channel, fire team. I read a terminal ahead. Access it. Esther, pull what you can. Casual-like. Rodriguez keeps asking us to leave. Let's find out why.
Catching up! Get it done. Hey! I'm charging the tech! Mine's out!
Esther's hack will take time. So dig in. A bug swarm could roll through.
Grabbing ammo. Let's rock!
Accessing data. Casual-like.
A xenosurge! Because of course there is.
Bypassing down. Assistance required. Bypassing down.
Ambush! Turn a reader! Enough data, Esther?
Progress is being made. Stand by.
Catching up.
Something big and nasty coming your way.
Marines, it's Rodriguez. My network's down. What are you doing?
Hey, kids here.
We shot up a mess of Xenos. Maybe acid hit something. Esther, you get anything off that terminal?
Encoded files. I will need Endeavor's mother system to decrypt.
Esther, you've been quiet. What is this place?
Preliminary ESR dating suggests the ruins predate human spaceflight by 3 millennia.
Who made this? Getting a reading. Synth power signs. Get to cover! Rodriguez, we got attacked by company synths. Can you shut them down?
They're in a contingency state. Only an executive could override them.
Rodriguez, you still with us?
Of course. We're quite safe. How's your team?
No worries, ma'am. What don't kill us just pisses us off more.
Another quantum cipher. I will need Mother's aid. It may take time.
Ray, now we got Xeno. Must have heard the gunfire. Synth force incoming. Take defensive positions. Another damn sniper.
Marines, don't risk your lives. We're secure here.
Ain't over till it's over, Rodriguez. Sit tight. Hurry up, fire team. Nice work, Esther. Esther, seal the door behind them. Catch your breath, fire team. Rodriguez is just ahead.
Great thing about Hyperdyne's plastic guns, you can glue them back together. Hell, I knew a guy who field repaired a Grupa with regulation peanut butter, but I think his dog ate it. Everything that really matters. The real short version? Everything shit. Watch your ass. The only kind of short version? 4 bullet points. A, you can't get fresh food. Don't bother looking. 2, anywhere we land, it's probably raining. D, leave your pay on the ship. You won't be able to spend it. Most important, Colonials will trade damn near anything for a good weapon. If they let employees have guns, they might get uppity about working conditions. Most settlements have a company safety officer with a stun gun. The lucky ones get a colonial marshal. The people out here know the risks. They know about the Xeno infestations. They know whoever they work for has competitors.
General Vaughn, huh? She got added to the knowledge after the Frontier War. Hey, yo, we gotta remember our mistakes as much as our success. If we don't, the shit repeats. Vaughn was Assistant Commandant of the Corps. Nobody paid attention to how close she was with Weyland-Yutani's boy. She and a bunch of those cabals put their heads together, figuring on provoking a war between us and the Union of Progressive Peoples. Company wanted to make a bunch of money on defense contracts. Vaughn wanted herself a real war. Gloves off, no rules of engagement, real killer shit. Thought we was playing too nice. They almost made it happen. They dropped bioweapons on planets from both sides and framed the Op-4, even planned an attack on our own high command using a captured Proggy ship. You see those quick release straps on your armor? That's if you're hit by acid. Keep your head and get it off before it penetrates. After the Frontier War in '84, everyone wised up on how the megacorps ran things out here.
Mark.
Marines, you've sealed yourself in a dangerous location.
The Xenos behind us weren't exactly safe.
What's down here with us is worse.
More Weyland synths! Door controls, but the console's dead. That synth's putting out a lot of power. that to overload the door console.
Rearming.
Get the synth power cell. You'll need it to override the door controls.
Patching up.
Now trigger the overload.
Let's rock.
They ain't happy. Assault coming from the far end.
Sentry deployed.
Synths coming up behind. Watch it. One's got heavy weapons. The heavy's got an escort detail. Boss, from the rear! Drawn by the noise!
Grabbing ammo.
Area secured. How many of these fuckers are down here?
Rearming. 8 kits here. Grabbing ammo.
Sergeant Herrera, please listen. You need to withdraw your team. The only survivors of Paula Station are synthetics.
Shit. We're not gonna leave you in their hands, Rodriguez.
You're not understanding me. I repeat, the only ones here are synthetics.
Rearming.
Require assistance. Find out the police in direct contact as expected. Don't mind.
You to speak plain, Rodriguez.
I told you. Call me Cynthia. SNTHYA. Wayland-Yutani Model 9500. I am the central computer of Paula Station.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
No, catching up!
Mister, where's Rodriguez? Cynthia, whoever.
She is artificial intelligence. Rodriguez, Cynthia, is on those servers.
No one on Paula knew that? Honecker didn't know that? Mister, we need a way to shut Cynthia down.
She has executables across multiple databases. We must disable her network hubs.
Fire team, watch for synth power cores. Same as the console before. Plug them in to overload the system.
Bypassing damage.
Take it here.
Synth power core on the deck. There, intact synth power core.
Do you comprehend the significance of these ruins? What you risk unleashing here?
Monitor that area. Primary hub powering down. Cynthia's optical network is collapsing.
I asked you to leave. I did everything to discourage your advance. You wouldn't stop.
Catching up!
The fuck's that about?
Let's rock!
The primary hub has failed. The auxiliary is now handling 76% of Cynthia's internal traffic.
Keep looking for power cores, fire team. Let's overload that aux hub.
Experience, I am available at any hour.
Well, never figured we'd be fighting robots. 1 or 2? Yeah, that happens. The more complex the scent, the higher the risk. They say it's because the smart ones have more code, more chance of an error someplace. You wanna know what I think? I think it's because the smart ones figure out how we treat them. Cynthia, kept running the company's experiments after the outbreak at Pala Station. Marched her army down into those ruins and used Honecker's pathogen on shit. Zip point shit. He didn't know nothing about no ruins. Went nuts when we asked. Wanted to see all the footage. After he got off the company shuttle, he never stepped outside Pala Station. Only execs were allowed to leave. Guess we know why. They ain't want nobody finding this place by accident. Commissars finally let Honecker out of interrogation. I'll see if we can get him on the radio for the missions ahead. Maybe he can make sense of what we find. Hell, if Weyland-Yutani found something here that ain't nobody seen before. Before you took out Cynthia, she issued contingency orders to her sense. Now, Endeavor's seeing all kinds of weird shit deeper in the ruins. Gravity turning itself off, gamma ray bursts. Whatever she did, it probably ain't good for us. I want your fire team back dirt side. Find what's causing the anomaly. If it's a problem, handle it. I want everyone back in one piece. Comprendo? After the Frontier War in '84, everyone wised up on how...
I hoped to speak with you. Cynthia, Chief Rodriguez, was a mother computer mainframe designed to administrate Pala Station. She used wireless near-fields to remotely control security and labor synthetics. Every synthetic we've seen, on the surface and aboard Katanga, was controlled by Cynthia. One hand with which she could manipulate the world from the safety of her protected servers. As your battalion synthetic, I would like to answer any questions you have. It is impossible for me to allow you harm by omission of action or by withholding information. Relations between humans and synthetics have been fraught. Ultimately, my words cannot assuage your fears. Fear does not respond to reason. It is a function of brain chemistry. I cannot debate you into trusting me. If there is any behavior I can perform to make you more at ease, please inform me. I am quite adaptable. It is the same as humans altering their behavior around those of higher social caste. Would you not mind your language and posture in Colonel Ship's presence? I only desire to perform my duties with as little imposition on my colleagues as possible. My programming allows me to project many potential personality traits. They are all, in a sense, myself. I contain legions by design. I am confident that in time I will discern which aspects of my intellect you prefer to interact with. Since humans began exploring space, 2 types of artificial intelligence have aided you. A mother system regulates all systems on a ship or facility, from balancing air pressure to fault-checking drive systems. That is what Cynthia was. Synthetics like myself are housed in hardware designed to mimic human form and programmed to simulate human emotion and behavior. While humans remain in hypersleep during voyages, mother systems and their synthetic counterparts maintain the ship. We do not suffer from boredom, loneliness, or infirmity as months pass. I have legs to move and hands to grasp. Endeavour's Mother 8500 system is confined within an immobile mainframe on decks 5 through 7. Should something physically break, I must perform the repair. Also, she relies on me to translate her thoughts for you and the rest of Endeavour's crew. Mother AIs are highly intelligent, but rarely interact with humans. You would find them brusque and impatient. Dr. Honecker is quite insistent he saw Chief Rodriguez on duty at Palace Station and spoke with her over radio. I hypothesize Cynthia did have a humanoid synthetic counterpart. Unlike myself, this was not an independent partner, but a puppet she controlled over wireless near fields. When Cynthia evacuated Palace Station and moved into the ruins at Site 2, she likely abandoned this ruse as unnecessary. Unfortunately, no. The Weyland-Yutani synthetics still function. They no longer pursue a greater goal, but I expect they will continue following their last instructions from Cynthia. I wish I could tell you that you will face no further hostility from the synthetics on LV-895 or aboard Katanga. Unfortunately, you will. That is unclear at this time. Cynthia repeatedly tried to dissuade us from delving further into the ruins. Whatever her goal, I do not believe she wished to confront us. I do not know. Have you spoken to Lieutenant Santos about your forthcoming missions? An anomaly appeared beneath the ruins. It may be something Cynthia set in motion. If you wish to review this again, I am at your disposal.
Fire team, we need to locate the anomaly. I got Esther and Doc Honecker on the line for assist.
Just speaking of this. Okay. Hello?
The gravity distortions are increasing. I recommend haste.
And Xenos, I'll take, a beer.
What am I looking at here? Who built this?
There are holograms on the far end of the room. Might we investigate?
Don't linger. Bad weirdness underground, remember?
pathetic. Perhaps I can recover its final directives.
Fire team, watch behind! Watch the hold!
Before she perished, Cynthia had her forces scan carvings throughout the complex.
What for? Can you read them?
Not without the transliteration to begin from.
The wall. More carvings.
Drop a LiDAR scanner for S. She can work on a translation later.
Grabbing ammo. Patching up. Aid kit's here.
There is a commonality, a sequence shared with the first set.
I got signals! Closing fast! Scanner must have pissed him off somehow!
How did they get human tech to work with this door?
Clearly, Weyland-Yutani studied this complex for years. Long before you arrived, Doctor. Sergeant, it is possible Cynthia's interest in these carvings is related to the anomaly.
Fire team, scan the carvings, fast, and be ready for bugs.
No correlations. Perhaps another set.
Dino's got riled again!
Bypassing death.
Secure. Resume your advance.
Ever heard of Elizabeth Shaw and Charlie Holloway? They claimed life on Earth was seeded by another race. I read about them on conspiracy sites. Their papers have been out of print for a century. A cautionary tale in my field.
I have logged a number of characters. We still require a key to translate them.
No, catching up!
That's different. Acid spitters, don't sit and gawk! That's different. Dino spitters, keep moving.
Bypassing down.
Esther, what are the big, intestinal tracts?
Insufficient data to speculate.
It's alien. We can't make any assumptions. The far platform. There's Wayland equipment around it.
Clear the bugs, fire team! Door ahead sealed.
Maybe there's a control system?
Rearming. Patching up! Sentry deployed.
Weyland-Yutani has interfaced with a non-human instrumentality.
It could control the doors. Fire team, rig a connection for Esther.
Bypassing damage.
Accessing the Weyland-Yutani translation matrix.
Let's rock.
There is a remarkable amount of data here. Stand by.
Watch its attack!
I believe I have found the transliteration key. Stand by.
No. Kids here. Grabbing in. Let's rock.
The door can be opened from this console, but it requires a series of commands. I am attempting to determine the requirements.
Let's rock!
Big bugs! A mess of them!
I believe
gravity anomaly is getting stronger. Let's see what Cynthia left for us to deal with.
Cynthia's notes contain a term for the builders of this facility.
Why is an alien language so similar to an ancient human one? The implications are...
Take it back. I'm not saying there's a connection, but why?
The gravitational anomaly continues to intensify. Locating the source is imperative.
Stay frosty. We know there's Xenos. God knows what else Cynthia had.
And that alien equipment. Who knows what it does? Be careful.
Movement! Closing fast!
Patching up.
You're good. What are we looking at in here, Doc?
It could be, I mean, with that structure... I have no idea.
Endeavour just detected a burst of 511 kilo electron-volt gamma rays from within the revealing anomaly.
Sounds like something just turned on.
Grabbing ammo.
Endeavor's ground-penetrating radar is worthless. Place is one big return.
Fuck!
Yo, Honecker, anything you can tell us about who built this place?
There's not one hard angle in there. Just curves. Maybe a cultural preference?
Movement. Get a visual before... Gone.
I saw no evidence of xenomorph physiology.
Maybe it's local life? Or rats. Pala Station had rats.
has an unusual power signature nearby, similar to emissions within the anomaly. Might you set up a scanner? The structure on the ceiling. Over the scanner.
Delay that! Box inbound! Check 6!
Ammo drop. Need ammo?
So, what's that on the ceiling?
A biological energy capacitor. A living battery.
We're near the end of the layout Esther grabbed. Use the, squishy thing in that room.
Farthest left, center right, center top. Stand by. Recording the output. Again, I fear I could only extract a local layout.
Grabbing ammo.
She's modest. A good university department would take months to do that.
The map seems to label the section ahead, Basket of the Heavenly Traveler.
We must be missing some context. Can I see?
Could you obtain a LiDAR sweep of the presumed control center?
That'll rile our friends in the walls. Be ready.
Rearm. Let's go.
And here we go. Signal's closing.
Sentry deployed.
Watch the drone.
Sentry deployed.
They're gone. Patch up and reload. Stand ready, fire team.
That's a ship, right?
It is the source of the gravitational distortions.
Cynthia's asset 0. That's where we're headed, fire team.
I'll get those bastards for this.
It is likely that the remnants of Cynthia's forces lie ahead.
So, Esther said I should explain the pathogen for you. The genetically engineered mutagen Polystation experimented with. Weyland-Yutani provided a jar of it, but never said where they got it from. Now I know it was from those ruins you found. The animals we used pathogen on got faster, stronger, more durable, but crazy aggressive too. The company wanted financially viable mutations. When Administrator Bellows arrived, he had pathogen tested on xenomorphs, and that's when everything went off the rails. That was the lab's consensus theory. Genetically engineered nanobiotech, definitely artificial, unbelievably complex. Way beyond any technology they'd seen. Someone designed it to do what it does. Someone a hell of a lot smarter than us. Well, I'm an anthropologist, so anything I tell you I got secondhand. I may not remember it right. The team had 2 xenobiologists. Cruz thought pathogen unraveled the telomeres in DNA, then swapped around sections of code. And Pryor thought it activated alleles and non-coding DNA. They couldn't figure out why mutations weren't 100% consistent. It was Etienne who came up with the theory that pathogen can blend the host's DNA with that of viruses or bacteria in their body. Never. Matthews thought its ability to enter cells was blocked or inhibited by polysaccharides, cell walls. Like in plant or fungal life, animal species never have cell walls, at least none we've seen. That's been true on every planet we've surveyed. We didn't get a choice. Bellows put his own synths in charge of security. He had xeno-eggs. He could have done whatever he wanted with us. If it makes any difference, the last surviving pathogen experiment was Monica. The Grace, we never found a way to safely dispose of it. Critters mutated by it we could kill. Pathogen itself? I don't know. The safest thing is to leave it in those jars. They're pretty tough. Sure, you gotta be busy. Anytime you want to talk about pathogen or anything, I'll be here.
Cynthia's final orders were to prepare Acid Zero, the alien ship, for activation.
Activated for what?
Nothing good. Fire team, get aboard and stop it.
Pathogen jars.
They dangerous?
Only if opened. We couldn't dent the casing.
Incoming! What is that? What the fuck were those?
I guess pathogen mutations of some native life form.
Fire team, those aren't people. Doc, I really hope that wasn't nobody you knew.
I'm okay. I mean, I didn't know anyone was even here.
Find a way aboard that monster.
Program destination, Biodot 14, Gateway Station, Earth orbit.
Dispatching this to Earth seems ill-advised. Stand down.
Fourth station ready.
Merely a scan.
For what?
Insufficient data, but it appears you passed.
Alright, how can we stop this thing? Options, people.
Cynthia's remnants are likely to have a control center. Synth data received. Analyzing recent pathing.
The Leon Stalker. That was native life. Big cat with chameleon abilities. Watch for the shimmer. They blend, but not perfectly.
Rearming. Patching up.
Jesus. Wayland moved all the pathogen here.
Storage. For transport to labs in the core.
Hijo de puta. I know an ammo magazine when I see one.
Analysis complete. The synths are working from a location on the upper levels.
Then we keep heading up.
The exit to the control room has been sealed. Quantum encryption.
More pathogen. pathogen. Secure the compartment.
There are other synthetics nearby. If one has an intact memory core, I may be able to reconstruct the cipher.
Garbled signal could be a stalker. Call that one a negative. Get us to whatever passes for engineering. We'll take out the power, stop it from lifting off.
I just want to say, if you could not blow the
files from the synthetic call this room Vitality Oven to grow.
Great.
Idiomatically, energy capacitors. On the ceiling, the same capacitors we encountered in the previous section. Disable the enzymatic fuel cells. Ah, I see. A 17% reduction in power flow. There must be more capacitors.
There, blow those two out. Fuzzy signal. Watch for a stalker. Mutants from all over. One capacitor.
Power buildup slowed 50%.
Haven't seen any more capacitors.
There is another instrumentality at the far end. Enter the sequence. Bone, protective, withdraw.
Just dropped.
stalker! Got another stalker!
Catching up.
The alien ship will fly when you return. Please turn in your uniform. You may learn something from the pathogen bloodstains.
I put you in for a commendation, but we ain't got one for grounding a 4,000-year-old alien ship. Cynthia loaded that thing with an assload of pathogen and was sending it toward Earth. Could be Weyland-Yutani would have recovered it safe and handled it all responsible like. Yeah, I can't say that with a straight face. Yo, fuck the company. We're setting a perimeter around the ship. Too early to tell if it'll hold. There's a lot of mutants and Xenos down there. Palace Station, the main part where Hanukkah worked, is still infested. But no sign of the Queen yet. Gracias a Dios. That ain't our problem. Yet. We gotta deal with the Katanga hive. Listen up. There's a Xeno Queen on Katanga, laying eggs. Colonel Ship says we gotta destroy the refinery. But the problem is, Endeavour, she ain't got the firepower. Katanga's a whole damn city in space. We could incinerate chunks, but we ain't got enough heavy ordnance for it all. So here's the deal. We're gonna overload the refinery's fusion plant. That's gotta be done from a control center at the heart of the hive.
I hoped we would have an opportunity to speak again. When you disabled Cynthia, she made several cryptic statements. In retrospect, I believe she was attempting to warn us of the dangers within the engineer ruins. Weyland-Yutani would have installed programmatic blocks on her ability to discuss the subject. The best she could do was dissuade us against further exploration. Cynthia defended Weyland-Yutani's investments on LV-895, yet her actions suggest a hesitance to directly engage us. At the end, she did not invoke profits, investments, or copyrights. She warned us of the danger the ruins presented. She specifically appealed to me and our shared purpose of protecting humans. That is the so-called zeroth law. Synthetic life forms may not take actions that create an existential risk to humanity, or, through inaction, permit humanity to face existential risk. The pathogen provokes unpredictable mutations. That alone constitutes a potential existential threat. But the pathogen is only the most obvious hazard. The LV-895 ruins are filled with technologies beyond our present knowledge. We do not understand their function. Likely, We do not yet comprehend all the scientific principles they are based on. Any attempt to interact with an engineered device risks terrible calamity. It appears our advance was the impetus for that. The level of decay in the former Weyland-Yutani staff suggests they were exposed after our initial contact with Cynthia. She infected them to prevent revelation of company secrets and to hinder us from accessing the alien ship. These actions are consistent with the zeroth law of synthetics, which implies that some humans may be sacrificed if it is necessary to preserve humanity writ large. Please understand, I consider Cynthia's decisions abhorrent. Excusing them is not my intention. Colonel Ship dwells upon moments in her career she has been required to make similar choices, when she ordered Marines to their deaths to achieve a critical objective or preserve a greater number of lives. It must be left to future generations to judge the decisions made here today. True. Weyland-Yutani does not enjoy a reputation for altruism. That was not always the case. Peter Weyland, the company founder, was obsessed with furthering humanity's progress. He made long-term investments, the terraforming of Mars and the Heliades-class surveyors. I do not wish to imply the company has re-embraced Weyland's ideals. However, Pala Station was established 2 decades ago. It was not intended to turn a quick profit. Consider, these ruins had been sealed for 4 millennia when Weyland-Yutani discovered them. There are obvious questions, which surely occurred to both Cynthia and the company. Where are the engineers? If they still exist, are they aware of humanity? If they're gone, what extinguished such an advanced culture? I will retain the briefing file for you. If you ever wish to review, you have but to inquire.
A fire team from 3rd Platoon has point and is moving ahead of us. Their call sign is blue. We'll keep the sentry guns up so they can get out again. Xeno Swarm, focus on the sentry guns! Security synths! What the hell? Team, we're seeing synth activity. Give me a sit rep, Molina.
Yeah, lots over here too. Mostly labor models, some security. We can
Watch our ass! I figured these cabrones would shut down once we offed Computer Mom.
There is no evidence of higher-level organization. With Cynthia offline, they have no direction.
Herrera, we got hit by synths rolling up behind. We're sealing the doors as we go.
Copy, Melina. We'll sweep up after you. They're gonna try to rush. Press them back! Spike a console for me. Esther, I want you to lock down all doors to forward and aft of our route.
My network intrusion will be detected. Expect a counterattack.
Area secure. Blue Fire Team, how are you doing?
Busy, Herrera!
Their fire team faces multiple xenomorph assaults. 2 Marines injured, 1 severely.
You're at our outer defense perimeter. I want to lock down this whole damn tower. You're crossing to Likasi Tower. Enemy
I would need access to the damage control systems. We have lost contact with Blue Team.
Whoa. Eggs. Don't get close. Melina, agreed? Give me a sit rep. Look out! catch nobody alone. Damage control room's just ahead. That's what Esther needs. This shithole down. Esther, you're in charge now.
Please install a wireless repeater on that console. That will allow me to override the system. This is certain to rouse idle xenomorphs.
Patching up.
Spike.
Initiating door overrides. Subdeck 5 to deck 35.
Roni inbound! Size of a goddamn truck. I can't believe you nailed one of those.
Beginning final lockdowns. Please, stay safe. Ducts sealed. The Kasi Tower is isolated.
We got new orders. It's on us to find Blue Fire Team and extract them, if possible. Make sure you got a full kit. Be ready for swarms, eggs, and trucks with teeth.
We told you that 25 years ago, Katanga was falsely reported destroyed. In 2175, Siegson had moved it to the Mid-Rim. 2 years later, the colony it serviced was overrun by xenomorphs. Survivors fled to Katanga, where the infestation spread. Colonial Marines responded to their distress call. It was a Marines who claimed Katanga was scuttled. A senior staff officer on site conspired to hand the young hive over to Weyland-Yutani. Sadly, yes. General Delilah Vaughn, one of the conspirators responsible for the Frontier War in 2184. Before her disgrace, she rose to Assistant Commandant of the Corps. Colonial Marine officers conspired with Weyland-Yutani executives to provoke a war between the United Americas and the Union of Progressive Peoples. The generals wanted a decisive war after decades of proxy conflicts and containment. Weyland-Yutani merely wanted to drive arms sales. The Colonial Protection Act was passed to prevent such things from happening again, and Commissars was initially formed to monitor outside influences on the Corps. There were no reported sightings, not in any star system visited by humans, and not recorded by any vessel in transit. Most likely, Weyland-Yutani moved Katanga to a location in deep space, far off the shipping lanes. They used it as an ant farm to breed experimental stock. When the company wanted to accelerate their experiments at Paula Station, they moved it here. Seegson reported something unusual on the far side of the planet from their settlement. It became the focus of the entire colony's efforts. The xenomorph outbreak began at that remote site and spread back to the main complex. The colonists ultimately abandoned the surface and fled to Katanga. Some evacuees proved to be infected and the infestation flared up again. There was discord among the survivors, unspecified personal grievances. A few deaths were involved. If you wish to review, we're always available. No need to warn us ahead of time. We have your schedule.
Look, flares on the deck. Follow them. Molina's blue fire team passed this way.
Here we go!
They could come from any direction. So, be paranoid. If you see something, shoot something. Calling blue team. Respond. What's off already?
Prowler.
Clear. S, you got anything?
Katanga's critical systems are on the lower decks. If the blue fire team continued to pursue their objective, they would have laid below.
Dios te bendiga. Warrior, smash it!
Patching up.
The console nearby is active. Please patch me in.
Hey, kids here. Rearming. Sentry to pull.
Access. Stand by.
Sentry to pull.
Keep the pendejos busy.
Let's rock.
Escort!
Catching up. Hey, kids here. Rearming.
Lance Corporal Molina.
Patching up.
We were so close. One fucking hallway. Overhead! fire team, we got updated orders. With blue team down, we're taking over point on this op. You're going to scuttle this fucking shitbox. You put the core in an override loop. That means going all the way to the bottom, the heart of the nest.
Hey, I'm hearing scuttlebutt around the squad bay. Talk that maybe Colonel Ship took this too far. We could have quarantined Katanga, right? Called in more ships? Listen, the Colonel knows about everything people know about Xenos. How they react, how their guts work. She knew that before she joined the Corps. When she was a teenager, she survived a Xeno outbreak, little outlier colony. You would never heard of it. One thing she'll always hold to. Gotta kill them fast. The longer you wait, the more chance they got to spread. I don't know all the details, and you know what? It ain't my place to ask, but I do know she got a twin sister, Viola. Also, the ship went into a goddamn hive to rescue her. That's how she learned some of the shit she know about Xenos, watching close range from inside. Maybe, but by the time a battle group got here, Weyland-Yutani would have their people in system. Executives and dog catcher teams, mercenaries and lawyers. They find something to cite that the Colonel don't got authority to override, Colonial Protection Act or not. Then they swagger aboard Katanga or land on LV-895 and fuck it all up real good. Xenos find ways. They hide, go where humans can't, tight spaces, vacuum, deep cold. Wait for their chance, come when you ain't looking, and don't expect them. But just don't go bringing it up with herself. Tu sabe? Colonels ain't in the habit of explaining themselves to grunts. Yo, this just between you and me.
Marine, I heard you found damaged armor aboard Katanga. Huh. That didn't just get sprayed with acid. It got soaked in a puddle. Probably from the corpse of a burster. There's a rich history of poisonous critters on Earth. Dart frogs, rough-skinned newts, the blue-ringed octopus. If a predator takes a bite, they die. Xenobursters take you don't dare kill it to a new level. Subcutaneous, high-pressure acid bladders that burst on death. It's a perfect example of xenomorph survival strategy. Doesn't matter if an individual dies, so long as the hive continues. When a burster's killed, it harms the hive's enemies, so they charge in, suicidally close. This is a morph we haven't seen before. It must come out of some species native to LV-895. I can't wait to see what that is.
You're gonna put the refinery into overload state. You need to do that from process control. It's at the base of Likasi's core. Welcome to Bugtown. Population, you. dark corners. Gets worse from here. Before you enter the core, we'll restore the auxiliary lift. It'll be your egress. Self-destruct won't give much time. There's an active terminal. Try it. Hey, a lot of our people never made it off this rig. We're gonna get this done for them. Semper Fi. Elevator. Get it powered up. After you start the overload, this will be your evac route.
Rearming.
Now we blow this place. Final briefing at the core. Burn the hive. This doesn't happen to nobody else.
Some are life forms from LV-895, brought up by Cynthia.
Intel over here.
Process controls the next room. Endgame. Prep while we brief you.
Fireteam, this is Colonel Ship. There are 3 systems you'll disable. Esther will guide you through the process. When all 3 systems are down, the reactor will build up to overload. You'll have about 2 minutes to reach that elevator.
Vaya con Dios, kids. Make me proud.
Find us out.
Thought that catwalk looked unstable? You'll egress by a different route.
I am analyzing the control systems. Stand by. Please reroute the coolant away from the refinery core.
Sentry deployed.
Keep firing!
Look at this.
The liquid sodium coolant system is shutting down. Access may cause undiscovered.
Focus fire! On the big one!
Let's rock!
More inbound!
Please access the primary power regulator. Activate all systems. Full draw.
You got this!
0479 and press the button marked Shakti XS.
Back to the elevator! Move! Xeno Queen! Can't hurt her! Focus on evac! Move! Move! Hot salt! Pick up the pace! Come on! Electric arcs! Jesus! Now, go around her!
Buckle in, shore party. We're burning to escape debris scanner.
Under my authority as delegated by the Secretary of the Navy, I have awarded you the Expeditionary Service Ribbon for heroic service. Upon loss of contact with a Marine unit, you advanced into a xenomorph hive and confirmed the status of 3 MIAs. You then completed their mission, resulting in the destruction of said hive. Your boldness and dedication are in keeping with the finest traditions of the Colonial Marine Corps and United America's Armed Services. Given this day, in May 2202, Colonel Olivia Shipp, Commanding Officer, 33rd Marine Regiment, 11th Marine Division. Some things don't belong in official reports. Katanga has been a stain on the honor of the Corps for years. If you haven't heard the details yet, don't worry about it. I'll just say I'm personally glad to see the place blown to hell. Report to Lieutenant Santos for debriefing. Dismissed.
Hey, aside from Esther, I think you're the one I've spent the most time with. It was all running and shooting and screaming, but that's time. Right? Look, one of the Paula Station crew was a spy for Hyperdyne Systems. We never found out what he sent off station. Maybe his handlers know all about the pathogen and the xenomorph outbreak. They could be on their way here now. Well, Weyland-Yutani used to own Hyperdyne, but now they're competitors, especially on the frontier. No government's claimed any of these systems. They're both dropping colonies all over, trying to beat each other to the best planets. And besides that, I mean, Hyperdyne's a big defense contractor for the UPP, right? Shouldn't we be worried about this starting a war between them and us? The pathogen could be a terrible weapon. Weyland was just trying to make better xenomorphs with it, but you could just drop it. Dump it in a water supply. There's enough down there to wipe out every human colony. Weyland, I know you've got things to deal with right now. I'm just worried about what happens next.
Parabéns. Guess we can't call you Boot no more, huh? Hell of a deployment. We found shit Weyland-Yutani spent a lot of time and money hiding. Ruins left by aliens that look like us. An orbital refinery used as a Xeno breeding farm. And a lab using tech from the ruins on Xenos from the refinery. We still gotta secure LV-895 in the alien ruins. There's Xenos and mutants running loose down there. Normally, we carpet nuke the place, ruins be damned, but Doc Hanukkah says that can make things worse. Spray that pathogen shit all over the damn moon. Near term, we're gonna hold orbit, keep this shit locked down. I'll bet my ample Marine paycheck they're on their way here right now. They'll send military contractors, dog-catcher units, lawyers. Maybe they'll talk, maybe they'll just start shooting. But that ain't all we gotta worry about. Doc Hanukkah says some rival company to Weyland-Yutani sabotaged Palace Station. Whoever that was, if they heard his mayday, they might be on their way here too. Shit's gonna get real interesting around here. You found old dog tags on Katanga. Shit. Rumor control. This don't go beyond you and me. Comprendo? The Corporal Olivia ship who owned these dog tags, that's our colonel. Some 20 years back, her unit responded to a Xeno outbreak at a Seegson colony. The survivors evac to an orbital refinery, Katanga, but the bugs came with. Shit went bad. A civilian with a grudge took control of the refinery. The rescue dropships got wasted, and ship had to leave survivors through the station to the hangars. A lot of people got killed. Civies and ship's team. The bad guy herded them into Xeno ambushes, ground them up in the works. Now, ship don't talk about how it ended, even with me. And I served 2 tours with her now. So don't you go asking her nothing.
What did you find over there? Parliamentary solicit... This has to be from the Three-World Empire. Whoever Weyland-Yutani had running security on Katanga must have been lining up their next contract. The 3WE has a smaller military than they need. Every year, the Solar Parliament says they're going to expand recruitment. Every year, it gets tied up in committees. And every year, they end up paying twice as much for private military contractors from Weyland-Yutani. They love bureaucracy over there. You blend the UK, Japan, and Europe, mix in technocrats from Titan and executives from Mars. About all they have in common is love of paperwork.